What's up my top 6 community? Welcome back to the channel. And Manchester United beat Chelsea 2-1 at Old Trafford in a clash that many have said did not live up to expectation. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel and get your thoughts in the comment section. So, the world champions got beaten at Old Trafford by one of the worst Manchester United teams that we have seen in generations. And to me, this defeat comes down to poor management by Chelsea manager Maresca. Yes, Robert Sanchez made it even more difficult with that woeful challenge on Mbeumo that got him sent off. But even with 10 man, I still think if Chelsea had stuck in it and go at them, they would have still have a chance to even get a draw from this game or nick a win. So here's how it all went down. For the lineups, both managers came out with possibly their strongest team that they could select based on the players that they have available. Amorim sticking with the back three and Šeško leading the line. And for Chelsea had some good attackers in their lineup with Cole Palmer, Estevao, João Pedro and Pedro Neto. In the 5th minute of play, long ball played into Šeško in which he flicked on, leaving Brian Mbeumo in behind the Chelsea defense, one-on-one with the keeper. Robert Sanchez then rushed in and clipped him, leaving him on the deck, and because Sanchez was Chelsea's last defender, he ended up getting a straight red card. Chelsea was down to 10 man from the 5th minute of the game. And from there on, Maresca had a decision to make. Maresca went into disaster mode. We all know that when your keeper gets a red card, you have to take off an outfield player and put on your substitute keeper. He take off Estevao, fine, and put on Jurgensen. But just a minute after that, Maresca went again and took off one of his main attackers in Pedro Neto and put on another defender in Tosin, in which Chelsea had already started with a back four. That just goes to show that Maresca went into defense mode instead of trying to go at Manchester United even with 10 man and try to get a result. This defensive change did not seem to help as Manchester United broke the deadlock after 14 minutes. Bruno Fernandes with a tap-in the 6-yard box from a cross which was headed down by Dorgo, and Bruno Fernandes get on the end of it, put Manchester United 1-0 ahead in this fixture. By minute 21, Maresca again, he took off Cole Palmer and put on Andre Santos at central defensive midfielder. At this point I'm saying, what the hell is Maresca doing? I don't know if Cole Palmer, because we know Cole Palmer had a little injury from about 2 weeks now. I don't know if it's Cole Palmer's injury act up again or what. But Maresca going more defensive again by putting on a defensive midfielder for Cole Palmer. None of Maresca's tactics worked out in this game as by 37 minutes, Manchester United doubled their lead with a header from Casemiro. 2-0 to Manchester United. Manchester United then took that lead into halftime. And in minute 45 plus, on the stroke of halftime, Casemiro, the man that doubled Manchester United lead, got himself sent off with a silly challenge in midfield. In which to me, this was a soft red card. To me that wasn't a second yellow card offense. But he put himself to ground and made the challenge, which is always at risk of getting a booking. So this game went into halftime with both teams reduced to 10 men. At halftime, Amorim took off Benjamin Šeško and brought on Ugarte. Šeško failed to make a good showing for himself in that first half. Even with Chelsea playing with 10 men, Šeško didn't really step up and try to put in some good work in attacking sense for Man United and try to get himself his first Manchester United goal. Šeško was really poor in that first half, hence the reason why Amorim took him off at halftime. And the second half was a really poor showing by both teams. It was just defense, no attack. Turnover after turnover in midfield. Chelsea never tried to step up and try to bring themselves back in this game. And Manchester United did not do enough either to try and kill off this game. Chelsea eventually got one back to reduce the deficit to 2-1, which was a great header from Chalobah. But this second half had nothing going forward in terms of attacking. I think Chelsea only had one attempt, which was that header that was scored by Chalobah, and Man United had one shot on target as well. The second half was poor. I think Enzo had a very bad game. Caicedo wasn't in the game much either. Chelsea's midfield looked very shambolic today. Santos, that came on in the first half, didn't do anything. Joe Pedro was all up there by himself. He didn't really have much support in the Chelsea attack. Reece James was the only Chelsea player that looked positive in that second half. He put in a few crosses, some good crosses too, but there was no Chelsea player on the end of it. And for Manchester United, Mazouari did well and Dilik did well, but I can't praise none of the attackers today. Ahmad was silent, Mboma as well. From Bruno scored this goal, he did nothing else really. So as I said, the second half was poor, no real attacking threats, but Manchester United managed to come out with a win, which is an important result for them. If Amarne had lost this game today, maybe his job would have been in jeopardy. Maresca saved him, but it is 3 important points for Manchester United, and Chelsea sink deeper after a poor result against Brentford last week. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this game. I'll see you on the next one.